It's made this evening more special as I'm being inducted to the Flyers Hall of Fame with the likes of Fred Sherrill.
Rick McLeish, a name often whispered in the shadows of the Broad Street Bullies, yet a player whose contributions to the Philadelphia Flyers dynasty were nothing short of legendary. He was a clutch scorer, a silent assassin on the ice, and a key figure in their back-to-back Stanley Cup victories. But McLeish's story extends beyond the glory days into a realm of personal struggles, financial hardship, and a tragic decline in health. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to explore the untold stories behind sports legends. Today we uncover the hidden chapters of Rick McLeish's life, revealing the triumphs and tribulations of a hockey hero whose legacy deserves to be remembered. Rick McLeish's journey to hockey stardom began in the small town of Lindsay, Ontario, where the crisp air and frozen ponds nurtured a passion for the game that would shape his life. From his earliest days, McLeish displayed a natural talent for hockey, his stick-handling skills and scoring prowess setting him apart from his peers. As a teenager, McLeish's talent blossomed on the junior hockey scene. He joined the Peterborough Petes, a renowned breeding ground for future NHL stars. There, he honed his skills, his offensive instincts and playmaking abilities becoming evident. He led the Petes to a Memorial Cup championship in 1979, capturing the attention of scouts and solidifying his status as a top prospect. The 1970 NHL amateur draft marked a turning point in McLeish's career. The Philadelphia Flyers, a young and ambitious franchise, recognized his potential and selected him with the 4th overall pick. The expectations were high, and McLeish was eager to prove himself on the biggest stage. His early years with the Flyers were a period of growth and development. He adapted to the speed and physicality of the NHL, showcasing his offensive flair and contributing to the team's growing success. His smooth skating, quick release, and nose for the net made him a valuable asset, and his role within the Flyers organization steadily expanded. McLeish's emergence coincided with the rise of the Flyers' infamous Broad Street Bullies era. While the team's reputation for toughness and aggression often overshadowed individual talents, McLeish's offensive contributions were crucial to their success. He provided a scoring touch that complemented the team's physical style, becoming a key component in their quest for Stanley Cup glory. The early 1970s witnessed the rise of a hockey dynasty in Philadelphia, a team that would forever alter the landscape of the NHL. The Philadelphia Flyers, known as the Broad Street Bullies for their bruising style of play and intimidating physicality, became a force to be reckoned with. At the heart of their success was a young and talented forward named Rick McLeish. The Flyers' philosophy was simple: intimidate and dominate. They were a team built on grit, determination, and a willingness to push the boundaries of the game's physicality. Their aggressive forechecking, bone-crushing hits, and willingness to drop the gloves at a moment's notice struck fear into the hearts of opponents. McLeish, while not as physically imposing as some of his teammates, was an integral part of the Flyers' success. His offensive prowess and scoring touch provided a crucial counterpoint to the team's bruising style. He was a skilled playmaker, capable of setting up scoring opportunities and finishing them with precision. In the 1974 Stanley Cup Finals, McLeish's contributions were nothing short of legendary. Facing the formidable Boston Bruins, the Flyers found themselves in a tense battle for hockey's ultimate prize. In Game 6, with the series tied at 3-3, McLeish etched his name in Flyers lore. He scored the game-winning goal, securing the franchise's first-ever Stanley Cup championship. The following year, the Flyers repeated their triumph, capturing their 2nd consecutive Stanley Cup. McLeish once again played a pivotal role, his offensive contributions and clutch performances solidifying his status as a key member of the dynasty. He scored 13 goals and tallied 9 assists in the 1975 playoffs, earning him the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player of the postseason. Despite his crucial role in the Flyers' success, McLeish's contributions often get overshadowed by the more prominent figures of the Broad Street Bullies era. Bobby Clarke, the team's captain and leader, and Dave Schultz, the enforcer known as the Hammer, often garnered the headlines. However, McLeish's offensive firepower and clutch performances were essential to the team's championship runs. The Broad Street Bullies era remains a controversial chapter in NHL history. Their aggressive style of play and their willingness to engage in on-ice violence sparked debates about the role of physicality in the game. However, there's no denying their impact on the sport and their place in hockey lore. For Rick McLeish, the Broad Street Bullies era was a time of triumph and glory. He was a key contributor to a dynasty, a player whose skill and determination helped to shape the Flyers' identity and secure their place among the NHL's elite. His legacy as an unsung hero of the Broad Street Bullies deserves to be celebrated. his contributions to the team's success forever etched in the hearts of Flyers fans. While Rick McLeish enjoyed the highs of Stanley Cup glory during his NHL career, his life after retirement took a difficult turn, marked by financial hardship and legal troubles that tarnished his image and tested his resilience. Like many athletes of his era, McLeish faced challenges in managing his finances after his playing days ended. He reportedly made a significant investment that went sour, resulting in substantial financial losses. To cope with these mounting debts, he was forced to make the heartbreaking decision to sell his prized possessions, including his 2 Stanley Cup rings. This financial hardship weighed heavily on McLeish, casting a shadow over his retirement years. The loss of his championship rings, symbols of his greatest achievements, was a particularly painful blow. It served as a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and fortune, and the challenges faced by athletes in navigating life after their playing careers. In 2008, McLeish faced further turmoil when he was arrested and charged with assault and harassment following an altercation with his wife. The incident, though ultimately resolved with the charges being dropped, brought unwanted negative publicity and added to his personal struggles. The legal troubles, combined with his financial difficulties, painted a picture of a man grappling with adversity. The once celebrated hockey hero was now facing challenges that threatened to overshadow his accomplishments on the ice. McLeish's story is a reminder that even the most successful athletes are not immune to the complexities of life beyond the rink. It highlights the importance of financial planning and the need for support systems to help athletes navigate the transition to retirement. It also underscores the human element behind the sports icons we admire, reminding us that they too face personal struggles and make mistakes. Despite the setbacks and controversies that marked his later years, Rick McLeish's legacy as a hockey hero remains intact. His contributions to the Philadelphia Flyers dynasty, his clutch performances, and his unwavering dedication to the team solidify his place among the franchise's greats. While his name may not be as widely recognized as some of his more flamboyant teammates, McLeish's impact on the Flyers' success cannot be overstated. He was a vital cog in the Broad Street Bullies machine, his offensive prowess providing a crucial counterpoint to the team's physical style. His game-winning goal in the 1974 Stanley Cup Finals, a moment etched in Flyers lore, will forever be remembered as a defining moment in franchise history. It was a testament to his skill, his clutch performance under pressure, and his unwavering commitment to bringing a championship to Philadelphia. McLeish's legacy extends beyond the ice. He was a beloved figure in the Philadelphia community, known for his generosity and his willingness to give back to the city that had embraced him as one of their own. His connection with the fans was genuine, and his presence at alumni events and community gatherings always brought smiles and fond memories. Though his financial struggles and legal troubles cast a shadow over his later years, McLeish's legacy is ultimately one of resilience and redemption. He faced adversity with courage and grace, never losing his love for the game or his connection to the Flyers family. His story serves as a reminder that even in the face of challenges, the human spirit can endure and find strength in the bonds of community and the memories of past triumphs. Rick McLeish's journey was one of triumphs and tribulations, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. While his life was marked by both incredible highs and challenging lows, his legacy as a hockey hero and a beloved member of the Flyers family will endure. What are your favorite memories of Rick McLeish? How do you think he should be remembered? Share your thoughts and tributes in the comments below. And if you were touched by this story, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and poignant stories from the world of sports.
We liked each other's company, and to this day we still, I'll see them again Thursday, and then we're playing in a alumni game.
Today we're diving deep into the life and career of one of hockey's most electrifying players, Eric Lindros. Known for his size, skill, and fierce competitiveness, Lindros left an indelible mark on the NHL. So grab your sticks and let's hit the ice. This is a career marked by highs, lows, and a whole lot of controversies, so before recounting this remarkable journey, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more. Now we know you all must be starving for the real juicy bits before, so let us recount the most controversial moments of the career of Lindros before we give a whole overview. Let's start at the beginning. 1991, the Quebec Nordiques had the first overall pick in the NHL draft, and they selected Eric Lindros, a player many hailed as the next one, akin to Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. But here's where things get spicy. Lindros flatly refused to play for the Nordiques. This wasn't just a casual disagreement, it was a full-blown standoff. Lindros' refusal stemmed from concerns about the team's management and its future. He even turned down a lucrative 10-year, $50 million contract offer from Quebec, which only added fuel to the fire. Instead of joining the Nordiques, he opted to play for his junior team and represent Canada at the Olympics. Can you imagine being such a highly touted prospect and choosing to sit out? That's bold. As tensions escalated, two teams emerged as potential suitors, the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers. Both teams were eager to acquire Lindros, leading to a bidding war that would ultimately culminate in a historic trade. In June 1992, after much negotiation and an arbitration ruling in favor of the Flyers, Lindros was finally traded to Philadelphia. The deal was massive, reportedly involving multiple players and millions in cash. This trade not only changed the course of Lindros' career, but also significantly impacted the Flyers franchise. But it wasn't all smooth sailing in Philly. Despite his immense talent, Lindros found himself embroiled in further controversies with management and fans alike. The feud with management. Once he settled in Philadelphia, Lindros quickly became a star, leading the Flyers to great success in the late 90s. However, his relationship with management began to sour. A notable feud developed between Lindros and Bobby Clarke, the Flyers' general manager at the time. The tension peaked when Lindros' father took on the role of his agent, an unusual move that didn't sit well with many. This led to public disagreements over contract negotiations and team decisions. Fans began to turn against him, as they perceived him as a troublemaker rather than a team player. Many remember the infamous moment when Lindros publicly criticized Clarke and the organization. This was a pivotal point. Airing grievances in public is generally frowned upon in sports culture, especially for someone who was once adored by fans. As if all this drama wasn't enough, injuries began to plague Lindros' career, most notably concussions. His aggressive playing style made him vulnerable on the ice, leading to several serious head injuries that would ultimately affect his performance and health. In 2000, during a crucial playoff series against the New Jersey Devils, he suffered another devastating concussion after a hit from Scott Stevens. This incident not only sidelined him for an extended period, but also raised broader questions about player safety in hockey, a topic that resonates strongly today. Lindros became an advocate for concussion awareness after his playing days ended. He spoke out about his experiences and pushed for better safety measures in hockey, highlighting how injuries can have long-lasting effects on players' lives. After years of turmoil in Philadelphia, marked by injuries and ongoing disputes, Lindros was traded to the New York Rangers in 2001. While this move was seen as a fresh start for him, it also reignited old rivalries among fans. For many Flyers supporters, seeing their former star donning a Rangers jersey felt like betrayal. The rivalry between these two teams runs deep, making this trade particularly controversial among fans who had once cheered for him. Lindros officially retired from professional hockey in 2007 after brief stints with both the Toronto Maple Leafs and Dallas Stars. His retirement marked the end of an era filled with both brilliance on ice and contentious moments off it. In 2016, he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame, a recognition of his extraordinary talent despite the controversies that surrounded him throughout his career. During his induction speech, Lindros reflected on his journey, acknowledging both his achievements and struggles. Now that you've heard all about the controversies, let's actually hear about the man himself. Eric Brian Lindros was born on February 28, 1973, in London, Ontario, Canada. Growing up in a sports-oriented family, it was clear from a young age that Eric had a natural talent for hockey. Standing at an impressive 6 feet 4 inches and weighing around 240 pounds, he was a physical presence even as a child. His journey began in the Ontario Hockey League, OHL, with the Oshawa Generals, where he quickly became a standout player. In his junior career, Lindros showcased his incredible talent by leading the Generals to a Memorial Cup victory in 1990. His performance earned him several accolades, including the Red Tilson Trophy as the OHL's most outstanding player. By the time he was eligible for the NHL draft in 1991, he was widely regarded as the top prospect. The moment of truth came during the 1991 NHL entry draft when Lindros was selected first overall by the Quebec Nordiques. However, this was not just any draft pick. It sparked controversy that would follow him throughout his career. Lindros famously refused to play for the Nordiques due to their management and team conditions. This bold move led to a significant trade that sent him to the Philadelphia Flyers in June 1992. This trade would mark the beginning of an iconic era for both Lindros and the Flyers. But before we get into his time in Philadelphia, let's take a moment to appreciate what made him such a unique player. Lindros made his NHL debut with the Flyers during the 1992-93 season, and it didn't take long for him to make an impact. He scored an impressive 41 goals and added 34 assists in his rookie season, earning him the Calder Memorial Trophy as Rookie of the Year. But it wasn't just his scoring that made headlines. It was his physical style of play that had fans and opponents alike on edge. Teaming up with John LeClair and Mikkel Renberg, Lindros formed what became known as the Legion of Doom. This line was a nightmare for opposing teams, combining speed, skill, and brute strength. In fact, during their peak years together, they dominated the league. In the 1995-96 season alone, Lindros set career highs with 47 goals, 68 assists, and 115 points. But it wasn't just about individual accolades. Lindros led his team to success in the playoffs as well. In 1997, he helped guide the Flyers to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 1987. Although they were swept by the Detroit Red Wings, Lindros' performance throughout those playoffs was nothing short of spectacular. Throughout his career with Philadelphia, Lindros garnered numerous awards and honors. He won the Hart Memorial Trophy as MVP in 1995 after leading the league with 29 goals and 41 assists in just 46 games during a lockout-shortened season. His ability to perform under pressure made him a fan favorite and a respected figure in hockey. Lindros was also selected as an NHL All-Star 6 times during his career, a testament to his status among the elite players of his time. His combination of size and skill was unprecedented. He played like a smaller player, but had the physicality of someone much larger. However, Lindros' career wasn't without its challenges. His aggressive playing style led to numerous injuries, particularly concussions that would plague him throughout his time in the NHL. These injuries not only affected his performance, but also raised concerns about player safety in hockey. Despite these setbacks, Lindros continued to fight through pain and adversity. He played through injuries that would sideline most players because of his love for the game. Yet as time went on, these injuries began to take their toll. In August 2001, after several seasons marred by injuries and disputes with management in Philadelphia, Lindros joined the New York Rangers. He continued to perform at a high level there, but never quite recaptured his peak form from earlier years. He also played for the Toronto Maple Leafs and Dallas Stars before retiring from professional hockey in 2007. Despite never winning a Stanley Cup, a notable absence on an otherwise stellar resume, Lindros' impact on hockey is undeniable. In recognition of his contributions to the sport, he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2016. Today, Eric Lindros is remembered not only for his scoring prowess, but also for how he changed perceptions about power forwards in hockey. He proved that size could be combined with skill to create a dominant force on ice. His legacy also includes raising awareness about concussions and player safety, issues that are more prominent than ever in today's game. By sharing his experiences post-retirement, he has contributed significantly to discussions surrounding athlete health. Be sure to like and subscribe for more, and view this video for more. Paul Coffey, a name synonymous with offensive brilliance and electrifying speed on the ice. His dynamic rushes and powerful slap shots made him one of the most exciting defensemen in NHL history. But beyond the highlight reels and Hall of Fame induction, Coffey's career was also marked by controversy and conflict. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to explore the complex stories behind sports legends. Today we delve into the lesser-known side of Paul Coffey, uncovering the racist gesture allegation, the contract disputes that strained relationships, and the critical comments that tarnished his reputation. Join us as we explore the triumphs and controversies that shaped the legacy of this hockey icon. Paul Coffey burst onto the NHL scene as a force of nature, a defenseman whose offensive prowess redefined the position. His speed, puck-handling skills, and booming slap shot made him a nightmare for opposing teams, and his contributions to the Edmonton Oilers dynasty cemented his place among the hockey elite. Drafted 6th overall by the Oilers in 1980, Coffey quickly established himself as a key component of their high-octane offense. He joined a young and talented core that included Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and Jari Kurri, forming a powerhouse that would dominate the NHL throughout the 1980s. Coffey's offensive instincts were remarkable for a defenseman. He possessed a rare combination of speed and skill, allowing him to rush up the ice, create scoring chances, and contribute significantly to the Oilers' attack. His powerful slap shot was a weapon that struck fear into the hearts of goaltenders, and his ability to quarterback the power play made him a valuable asset. During his time with the Oilers, Coffey played a pivotal role in their 4 Stanley Cup victories. His offensive contributions were crucial to their success, and he consistently ranked among the league's top-scoring defensemen. He won the Norris Trophy, awarded to the NHL's best defenseman, 3 times, solidifying his status as one of the most dominant players at his position. Coffey's impact on the game extended beyond his individual achievements. He revolutionized the role of the offensive defenseman, inspiring a generation of players to embrace a more attacking style of play. His contributions to the Oilers dynasty and his individual accolades cemented his legacy as one of the most electrifying and influential players in NHL history. Paul Coffey's hockey career was marked not only by his dazzling on-ice performances, but also by a series of contentious contract disputes and holdouts that highlighted his unwavering belief in his own value and his willingness to challenge the norms of the sport. From his early days with the Edmonton Oilers, Coffey demonstrated a strong sense of self-worth. He believed his contributions to the team's success warranted fair compensation, and he wasn't afraid to voice his discontent when he felt undervalued. This assertive approach often led to friction with management, creating a pattern of contentious negotiations and occasional standoffs. One of the most notable disputes occurred in 1987 during the peak of the Oilers dynasty. Coffey, seeking a significant raise, engaged in a lengthy holdout, refusing to report to training camp or play until his demands were met. The standoff created tension within the organization and ultimately led to his trade to the Pittsburgh Penguins. The trade, while shocking at the time, was a testament to Coffey's determination to secure what he believed he was worth. He understood his value as one of the league's premier offensive defensemen and was unwilling to compromise his financial security. Coffey's pursuit of fair compensation continued throughout his career. He engaged in similar contract disputes with other teams, including the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Detroit Red Wings. His willingness to hold out and challenge management, even at the risk of disrupting team chemistry or jeopardizing his playing time, demonstrated his unwavering commitment to his principles. While some criticized Coffey for his perceived greed and his willingness to put his own interests ahead of the team's, others admired his courage and his advocacy for players' rights. His actions challenged the traditional power dynamics in professional sports, where players often had little leverage in contract negotiations. Coffey's contract disputes and holdouts, while controversial, also reflected his strong sense of self-worth and his belief in the value he brought to the game. He was a pioneer in challenging the status quo, paving the way for future generations of players to advocate for fair compensation and greater control over their careers. His legacy as a hockey icon is intertwined with his willingness to fight for what he believed in, even if it meant facing criticism and disrupting the harmony of the team. In 2014, Paul Coffey, a revered figure in hockey and a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame, found himself embroiled in a controversy that tarnished his reputation and raised questions about his character. While coaching a youth hockey game in Toronto, Coffey was accused of making a racist gesture towards a fan wearing a turban. The incident occurred during a heated moment in the game. A fan, reportedly upset with Coffey's coaching decisions, began yelling at him from the stands. Coffey, in response, allegedly made a gesture towards the fan that was interpreted as racist. The gesture, described as mimicking the tying of a turban, was captured on video and quickly circulated online, sparking outrage and condemnation. The Greater Toronto Hockey League, GTHL, launched an investigation into the incident, interviewing witnesses and reviewing the video footage. Coffey vehemently denied the allegations, claiming that he was simply waving to acknowledge the fan and that his gesture had been misinterpreted. However, the GTHL concluded that Coffey had indeed made a racist gesture and issued him a gross misconduct penalty and a 3-game suspension. The incident sparked a heated debate within the hockey community. Some defended Coffey, arguing that his actions were unintentional and that he had been unfairly targeted. Others condemned his behavior, emphasizing the importance of sensitivity and respect for cultural diversity in sports. The controversy surrounding the incident cast a shadow over Coffey's legacy. Despite his denials and his impressive achievements on the ice, the allegation of racism lingered, damaging his reputation and raising questions about his character. The incident served as a reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are not immune to making mistakes, and that actions, even if unintentional, can have lasting consequences. While Coffey's legacy as a hockey player remains secure, the 2014 incident is an unfortunate chapter in his story. It highlights the importance of cultural sensitivity and the responsibility of public figures to promote inclusivity and respect for all individuals, regardless of their background or beliefs. Paul Coffey's legacy is a complex tapestry woven with threads of brilliance, controversy, and resilience. He was a pioneer on the blue line, revolutionizing the role of the offensive defenseman with his electrifying speed and puck-handling skills. His contributions to the Edmonton Oilers dynasty and his individual achievements, including 3 Norris trophies and a place in the Hockey Hall of Fame, solidify his status as one of the greatest defensemen in NHL history. However, his career was also marked by controversies and conflicts that have cast a shadow over his legacy. The racist gesture allegation, though denied by Coffey, damaged his reputation and raised questions about his character. His frequent contract disputes and holdouts, while demonstrating his determination to secure fair compensation, also strained relationships with teams and management. Coffey's outspoken nature and willingness to challenge authority, both on and off the ice, have contributed to a complex and multifaceted legacy. While his offensive brilliance and impact on the game are undeniable, his controversial actions and comments have also left a mark on his story. Despite the controversies, Coffey's contributions to hockey remain significant. He inspired a generation of defensemen with his offensive flair and his fearless approach to the game. His legacy serves as a reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are human, capable of both greatness and missteps. It also highlights the importance of accountability and the need for continuous growth and self-reflection, even for those who have achieved the pinnacle of success in their sport. Paul Coffey's journey is a testament to the complexities of a sporting career, where brilliance and controversy can coexist. He was a pioneer on the blue line, a dynamic force whose offensive skills revolutionized the way defensemen played the game. Yet his path was also marked by conflicts, accusations, and a relentless pursuit of his own worth. His legacy is a tapestry woven with both triumphs and challenges, a reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are human, with their own flaws and vulnerabilities. Coffey's story prompts us to reflect on the price of greatness, the importance of accountability, and the complexities of navigating fame and fortune in the world of professional sports. What are your lasting impressions of Paul Coffey? Do his controversies overshadow his on-ice achievements, or do they simply add another layer to his complex story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of the lives and legacies of sports figures.
Went to Stanley Cup Final 5 times, and we won 4 championships.
Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, a name synonymous with hockey excellence. His dazzling goals, record-breaking achievements, and Stanley Cup victories cemented his place as a legend. But even the greatest of legends are not immune to controversy and setbacks. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to explore the lesser-known side of sports icons. Today we delve into the shadows of Gretzky's career, uncovering the trade that divided a nation, the gambling scandal that tarnished his image, and the coaching struggles that challenged his legacy. Join us as we explore the complexities of Wayne Gretzky, the man behind the legend. Wayne Gretzky's journey to hockey stardom began in Brantford, Ontario, where his prodigious talent was evident from a young age. He dominated youth leagues, shattering scoring records and earning the nickname the Great One long before he reached the NHL. At 17, Gretzky joined the Edmonton Oilers, a young and ambitious franchise. His impact was immediate and transformative. Alongside talented teammates like Mark Messier and Jari Kurri, Gretzky led the Oilers to 4 Stanley Cup championships in 5 years, establishing a dynasty that captivated the hockey world. Gretzky's on-ice brilliance was unparalleled. His vision, puck-handling skills, and playmaking ability redefined the sport. He shattered scoring records, becoming the NHL's all-time leading scorer, a feat that may never be surpassed. His dominance earned him numerous awards and accolades, solidifying his status as the greatest player of his generation. However, in 1988, a seismic event shook the hockey world. Gretzky was traded to the Los Angeles Kings, a move that sent shockwaves through Canada and left fans heartbroken. The trade, orchestrated by Oilers owner Peter Pocklington, was widely seen as a betrayal, with many believing that financial considerations and the influence of Gretzky's father-in-law played a significant role. The trade divided a nation. Canadian fans felt a sense of loss and resentment as their beloved hero was shipped off to a rival team in the United States. The controversy surrounding the trade cast a long shadow over Gretzky's legacy, leaving many to question his loyalty and motivations. Despite the controversy, Gretzky's impact on the sport was undeniable. He continued to excel in Los Angeles, leading the Kings to the Stanley Cup Finals in 1993 and further solidifying his status as a global icon. But the trade remained a sore spot for many Canadian fans, a reminder of the day their hockey hero was taken away. In 2006, Wayne Gretzky found himself embroiled in a controversy that threatened to tarnish his squeaky clean image. A gambling scandal erupted involving an illegal betting ring operated by Phoenix Coyotes assistant coach Rick Tocchet. While Gretzky himself wasn't accused of any illegal activity, his wife Janet Jones was allegedly involved, placing bets with the ring and reportedly winning a substantial amount of money. The scandal quickly became a media frenzy, with headlines splashed across newspapers and sports channels. Gretzky, then head coach of the Coyotes, vehemently denied any knowledge of his wife's alleged gambling activities. However, the emergence of wiretap recordings, part of the investigation, suggested otherwise. The recordings captured conversations between Gretzky and Tocchet, discussing the betting ring and Jones' involvement. Although Gretzky maintained his innocence, the scandal cast a shadow over his reputation. The public questioned his integrity and his judgment, wondering how he could have been unaware of his wife's alleged activities, especially given his close relationship with Tocchet. The incident brought unwanted negative attention to Gretzky and his family, tarnishing his image as a role model and raising questions about his leadership within the Coyotes organization. The scandal eventually subsided, with no charges filed against Gretzky or his wife. However, the incident left a lingering impact on his legacy. It served as a reminder that even the most revered figures in sports are not immune to controversy, and that their personal lives can sometimes overshadow their professional achievements. The 2006 gambling scandal, though ultimately not resulting in any legal repercussions for Gretzky, remains a blemish on his otherwise impeccable career, a reminder of the complexities and challenges that come with fame and fortune. Wayne Gretzky's transition from hockey legend to head coach of the Phoenix Coyotes was met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. Fans hoped the Great One could translate his on-ice brilliance into coaching success, but his lack of experience raised concerns. Unfortunately, those concerns proved valid, as Gretzky's tenure with the Coyotes was largely defined by struggles and setbacks. Taking the helm in 2005, Gretzky faced the daunting task of turning around a struggling franchise. The Coyotes had consistently missed the playoffs, and their roster lacked star power. Despite his best efforts, Gretzky couldn't find the winning formula. The team continued to flounder, their on-ice performance failing to meet expectations. Gretzky's coaching decisions were often questioned. His lack of experience was evident in his tactical strategies and player personnel moves. Critics argued that he relied too heavily on his instincts and lacked the strategic nuance required to succeed as an NHL coach. The Coyotes' struggles under Gretzky's leadership led to growing frustration among fans and the media. The once optimistic atmosphere surrounding his arrival dissipated, replaced by a sense of disappointment and disillusionment. The team's failure to make the playoffs during his 4 seasons as coach further solidified the perception that Gretzky was not the right man for the job. In 2009, Gretzky stepped down as head coach of the Coyotes, marking the end of a disappointing chapter in his career. While his passion for the game was undeniable, his coaching tenure highlighted the challenges of transitioning from a legendary player to a successful coach. The Coyotes' experience served as a humbling reminder that even the greatest players don't always possess the skills and strategies needed to lead a team from the bench. Stepping away from the coaching bench, Wayne Gretzky returned to a life less defined by wins and losses, but still deeply intertwined with the sport he loved. He transitioned back into a role as an ambassador for hockey, his iconic status and global recognition making him a perfect representative for the NHL. Gretzky's post-coaching years have been marked by a variety of ventures. He's been involved in broadcasting, offering his expert analysis and insights to viewers. He's also pursued business opportunities, including ownership stakes in sports teams and endorsements for various brands. Despite his success off the ice, Gretzky hasn't shied away from reflecting on his time as coach of the Phoenix Coyotes. He's acknowledged the challenges he faced and the lessons he learned from the experience. He's also expressed regret for the team's lack of success, recognizing that his coaching decisions may not have always been the right ones. These reflections demonstrate a humility and self-awareness that are often rare in the world of professional sports. Gretzky's willingness to acknowledge his shortcomings and learn from his mistakes is a testament to his character and his enduring commitment to the game. While his coaching career may not have lived up to expectations, Gretzky's impact on hockey remains undeniable. He continues to inspire and influence the sport, his legacy as the Great One secure in the hearts of fans worldwide. Wayne Gretzky's legacy is undeniably complex, a tapestry woven with threads of unparalleled brilliance and unexpected controversies. He remains the undisputed great one, his on-ice achievements unparalleled in the history of hockey. His scoring records, Stanley Cup victories, and impact on the sport's popularity solidify his place as a true icon. However, the trade from Edmonton, the gambling scandal, and his coaching struggles have added layers of complexity to his story. These events, while not diminishing his on-ice greatness, have tarnished his image and raised questions about his motivations and decision-making. The trade, perceived by many as a betrayal of his Canadian fans, left a lingering sense of resentment. The gambling scandal, though he was not directly involved in illegal activity, brought unwanted negative attention and raised questions about his judgment. His coaching tenure with the Coyotes, marked by a lack of success, further challenged his reputation as a hockey genius. Despite these controversies, Gretzky's legacy remains one of immense impact and inspiration. He is a symbol of excellence, a reminder that even the greatest athletes are human, capable of both triumphs and missteps. His story serves as a testament to the complexities of fame, the challenges of navigating a life in the public eye, and the enduring power of athletic achievement. Wayne Gretzky's journey, from hockey prodigy to coaching struggles and beyond, is a testament to the complexities of a life lived in the spotlight. While his on-ice achievements remain unmatched, his off-ice controversies and challenges have added depth and intrigue to his story. What are your thoughts on Wayne Gretzky's legacy? Do his controversies overshadow his greatness, or do they simply make him more human? Share your opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of the lives and legacies of sports figures. Welcome to our deep dive into the life and career of one of hockey's legends, Darryl Sittler. From his humble beginnings to becoming an NHL icon, Sittler's journey is filled with remarkable achievements and unforgettable moments. We'll explore the highs of his career, showcasing why he remains a beloved figure in the world of hockey. While many remember him for his incredible talent and record-breaking performances, there's another side to his story, one filled with conflicts, management disputes, and personal challenges. Grab your favorite snack and settle in as we explore the controversies that shaped Sittler's career and legacy. Before you do all of that, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos on NHL icons. Before we delve into the controversies, let's set the stage. Darryl Sittler was born on September 18, 1950, in Kitchener, Ontario. He burst onto the NHL scene in 1970 with the Toronto Maple Leafs, quickly establishing himself as a top player. His career peaked on February 7, 1976, when he scored an astonishing 10 points in a single game against the Boston Bruins, a record that still stands today. But as his star rose, so did the tensions around him. One of the most significant controversies in Sittler's career stemmed from his tumultuous relationship with Maple Leafs owner Harold Ballard. Ballard was notorious for his erratic behavior and controversial decisions, which often put him at odds with players. As Sittler became a central figure in the team, Ballard's frustrations began to surface. In 1979, Ballard hired Punch Imlach as general manager. Imlach believed Sittler had too much influence over the team and sought to undermine his authority. This tension escalated when Sittler and teammate Mike Palmateer agreed to appear on a TV show negotiated by the NHL Players Association. Imlach responded by seeking a court injunction to stop them. Can you imagine being caught in such a power struggle? As if that wasn't enough, when Imlach suggested trading Sittler, it became clear that their relationship was deteriorating rapidly. In a dramatic moment of defiance, Sittler ripped the captain's C off his sweater after Imlach traded his best friend and line mate Lanny McDonald to the Colorado Rockies. This act was symbolic. It illustrated how fractured the relationship between players and management had become under Ballard's reign. By late 1981, Sittler's frustrations reached a boiling point. He informed Ballard that he would waive his no-trade clause if sent to either the Philadelphia Flyers or the Minnesota North Stars. After months of speculation and negotiation, he was finally traded to Philadelphia in January 1982. However, this move came after weeks of uncertainty and emotional turmoil for Sittler. Sittler later described this trade as one of the biggest disappointments of his life. He felt betrayed by management and expressed how deeply it affected him and his family. In his autobiography, he revealed just how hurtful this experience was. "Clark can't come close to realizing how much he hurt me," he wrote about then Flyers GM Bobby Clark's decision to trade him shortly before he was set to be named captain. The stress from these conflicts took a toll on Sittler's mental health. In December 1981, he walked out on the Leafs due to what he described as mental depression. This candid admission highlighted an often overlooked aspect of professional sports: the mental strain athletes endure amidst public scrutiny and internal conflicts. Sittler's struggles resonated with many fans who admired not only his talent, but also his vulnerability. He wasn't just a superstar, he was human, facing challenges like anyone else. After leaving Toronto, Sittler continued his career with the Flyers and later the Detroit Red Wings. But those years were marked by further challenges. His time in Philadelphia saw him earn another All-Star appearance in 1983, but it wasn't without its own set of controversies. In 1984, just before he was supposed to be named captain of the Flyers, Sittler was unexpectedly traded to Detroit instead. The abruptness of this decision left him reeling once again. Another instance where management decisions overshadowed his contributions on the ice. Despite these controversies, Darryl Sittler's legacy remains largely positive among fans and historians alike. His incredible skills on the ice are undeniable. However, it's essential to recognize that behind every great athlete is a story filled with struggles and conflicts. Sittler eventually found peace after retirement, becoming an advocate for mental health awareness within sports, a cause close to his heart after experiencing personal challenges during his playing days. His willingness to speak out has helped shed light on issues that many athletes face, but often remain silent about. We've recounted the controversies facing his career, but we have barely gotten a chance about the career of his Darryl Sittler. An icon like Darryl Sittler deserves this attention the most, so let us go through that route. Darryl Glenn Sittler was born on September 18, 1950 in Kitchener, Ontario. Growing up in a family that loved sports, it was no surprise that young Darryl took to hockey at an early age. He played minor hockey in Kitchener and quickly made a name for himself with his exceptional skills on the ice. His talent was undeniable, leading him to play junior hockey with the Kitchener Rangers in the Ontario Hockey Association, OHA. In 1969, Sittler was drafted into the NHL by the Toronto Maple Leafs as the 14th overall pick. Imagine being a teenager and suddenly being thrust into the world of professional sports. The excitement must have been overwhelming, but Sittler was ready to take on the challenge. Sittler made his NHL debut during the 1970-71 season, and it didn't take long for him to showcase his scoring ability. Over his first few seasons, he steadily improved, but it was during the 1975-76 season that he truly exploded onto the scene. On February 7, 1976, Sittler achieved a feat that would etch his name into hockey history forever. In a game against the Boston Bruins at Maple Leaf Gardens, he scored 6 goals and 4 assists, totaling 10 points, a record that still stands today. This performance not only highlighted his incredible skill, but also solidified him as one of the league's elite players. Just imagine the atmosphere in that arena as he lit up the scoreboard. In 1975, Sittler was named captain of the Maple Leafs, a role that came with immense responsibility and pressure. He embraced this challenge wholeheartedly, leading by example both on and off the ice. In his first season as captain, he scored an impressive 41 goals and 59 assists, becoming the first Leaf to surpass 100 points in a single season, a monumental achievement for both him and the franchise. To put this in context, after the departure of longtime captain Dave Keon, Sittler was named the second youngest captain in Maple Leafs history at just 24 years old. This was a huge responsibility, but Sittler embraced it wholeheartedly. He understood that leadership meant more than just wearing a letter on his jersey. It meant being a voice for his teammates and representing them both on and off the ice. Under Sittler's leadership, the team experienced both ups and downs. He brought stability during a transitional period for the franchise, helping to integrate new players like Lanny McDonald and Borje Salming into the lineup. His ability to connect with teammates made him not just a captain, but also a respected figure within the locker room. Now let's talk about one of the most legendary nights in NHL history, February 7, 1976. In a game against the Boston Bruins, Sittler achieved what many thought was impossible. He scored 10 points in a single game. This remarkable feat included 6 goals and 4 assists, setting an NHL record that still stands today. Imagine being in that arena. The energy must have been electric as Sittler lit up the scoreboard. His performance not only helped secure an 11-4 victory for the Leafs, but also made him the first player in franchise history to reach 100 points in a single season, a milestone that solidified his status as one of hockey's elite players. After the game, when asked about his performance, Sittler humbly attributed his success to hard work rather than raw talent. "I just tried to do my best every night," he said. This attitude resonated with fans and players alike, making him an even more beloved figure. Sittler's talents were not limited to regular season play. He also shone brightly during the playoffs. In April 1976, he tied an NHL playoff record by scoring 5 goals in a single game against the Philadelphia Flyers. Another moment that etched his name deeper into hockey lore. This playoff performance was particularly significant because it showcased Sittler's ability to perform under pressure. Fans were thrilled as they watched their captain lead by example during such crucial moments. In addition to his accomplishments with the Maple Leafs, Sittler represented Canada on an international stage during the inaugural Canada Cup in 1976. In a thrilling final against Czechoslovakia, he scored the tournament-winning goal in overtime, a moment he later described as one of the highlights of his career. Following this victory, Sittler became a national hero. His ability to perform at such high levels, not only for his team, but also for his country, endeared him to fans across Canada. Despite all these successes, Sittler's time with Toronto wasn't without its challenges. The late 1970s saw management changes that created tension within the team. Owner Harold Ballard and general manager Punch Imlach often made headlines for their controversial decisions, which sometimes put them at odds with players. Sittler found himself caught in this turmoil when Imlach suggested trading him. This speculation created uncertainty and frustration among fans and players alike. It became clear that while Sittler was leading on the ice, off-ice politics were starting to take their toll. After spending over a decade with Toronto, Sittler was traded to the Philadelphia Flyers in January 1982, a move that shocked many fans who had grown attached to their captain. The trade marked the end of an era for both Sittler and the Maple Leafs. Reflecting on this transition later in life, Sittler admitted it was difficult to leave Toronto, the city where he had become a star and where fans adored him. However, he approached this new chapter with determination and continued to excel on the ice. As we've told before, Sittler's time in the spotlight wasn't just on the league stage, but on the national stage as well. Sittler's prowess wasn't confined to just NHL play, he also shone on international stages. In 1976, he represented Canada in the inaugural Canada Cup, where he played a pivotal role in securing victory for Team Canada against Czechoslovakia. Scoring in overtime during the final game is something every athlete dreams of. Sittler lived that dream. This victory not only showcased his talent, but also his ability to perform under pressure, further enhancing his reputation as one of hockey's greats. Throughout his career with the Maple Leafs, Sittler consistently produced impressive statistics. Over 15 seasons with Toronto, he amassed 389 goals and 527 assists in regular season play alone. His ability to score was matched by his vision on the ice. He could find teammates in positions to score just as easily as he could find the back of the net himself. Sittler participated in multiple NHL All-Star games and earned numerous accolades throughout his career. His dedication to excellence earned him spots on various All-Star teams and recognition as one of the league's top players. After spending over a decade with Toronto, Sittler faced challenges as changes swept through the franchise. In 1982, he was traded to the Philadelphia Flyers, where he continued to display his skills, contributing significantly during his tenure there. Although it was difficult for him to leave Toronto, the city where he became a star, he embraced this new chapter with determination. In Philadelphia, Sittler added another layer to his legacy by continuing to perform at a high level. He scored over 80 points in one season with the Flyers and remained a fan favorite despite donning a different jersey. Sittler's final stop in his NHL career came with the Detroit Red Wings during the 1984-85 season, before retiring from professional hockey. By then, he had played over 1,000 games and recorded an impressive total of 484 goals and 637 assists throughout his career, numbers that speak volumes about his talent and work ethic. After retirement, Sittler's impact on hockey didn't fade away. Instead, it grew stronger as he transitioned into various roles within sports commentary and coaching. Darryl Sittler's legacy is not just about statistics, it's about moments, those unforgettable instances when he dazzled fans with his skill or led his team through adversity. His induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1989, along with honors like being named one of the 100 greatest NHL players in history, solidifies his status as one of hockey's all-time greats. As we wrap up our exploration into Darryl Sittler's life and career, we've only scratched the surface of what makes him such an iconic figure in hockey history. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into his post-retirement life, contributions to hockey beyond playing days, and how he continues to inspire future generations of players. Like and subscribe for more, and for more content on NHL icons, click on this video.